All right, y'all. I made a video about Denzel Washington, I think like 2 days ago, about him kissing a dude on the set of Gladiator 2. And honestly, there was a lot that I didn't say, but I was disappointed. Denzel's probably my favorite actor. And the fact that he talks about God, talks about his faith, talks about his journey, talks about all that type of stuff, it just makes it even better because the industry is so dark. It's not of God, clearly. And, you know, for him to be who he is, talking about God, talking about Jesus, it's incredible. So, you know, I was disappointed when I seen that. A lot of people saying that he got and it's they got him and all this. I don't know. They saying all this stuff, right? They saying all this stuff. I got sent this interview by Marlon Taylor Photography on Instagram. So shout out to Marlon Taylor. I want to watch this video. This is a video of Denzel Washington talking about, and this is just recent, talking about how he saw the face of God. I don't know if you've seen this yet, but this is super interesting.
I was on a yacht. You're a Christian woman, right? Mm-hmm. On a boat, listening to music, praying. There was a song on called The Face of God. And I said, Lord, in my prayer, I said, Lord, you know, everybody's singing about the face of God. They can see your face, and I want to see your face. And while I was saying, I want to see your face, I heard, turn to your left. I turned to my left. I picked up on my phone, and I went, Shh. I didn't turn to my left and look around. I just heard, turn to your left.
What was the picture? Oh, my. That's breathtaking. Sorry, guys, for those that you can't see, it is literally a blue sky, and it looks like wings.
Well,
and the face.
It looks like a nose.
There's a nose.
And,
it was the eyes. Hang on.
And he's smiling.
Oh my! That is there's a nose, there's lips, and there's. I see. We're going very excited.
The Bible says we will see like through a mirror darkly, but then face to face.
So 1 second, let me go back so y'all can see that a little bit more clear.
There's lips, and there's.
And I'll go full screen so y'all can see it a little bit more clear. But this is what he took an image of. I mean, it does look like eyeball, nose, lips. It does look like that, for real. It does look like that. Which is amazing. Yeah. It's hard, y'all. It's hard for me. It's hard for me to not like Denzel, bruh. It's tough. I'm not going to... Look, bruh. Do we just chalk it up as acting? He's just acting, you know what I'm saying? Like the kiss, it's just acting. But it's like, it goes back to what I was saying in the previous video. It's like, bro, like, you know, you have a Christian fan base. And it's like, it's similar to what he said as to why he didn't want to kiss Julia Roberts, because, you know, a large majority of his fan base were black women, and he didn't want to alienate them. So I don't know. For me, it's like similar. It's like, bro, you know, you got a Christian fan base. Why are we sitting here boasting about, you know, kissing dudes on set, and then, you know, talking about, oh, they were too chicken to show it? Like, I feel like there's a lot of confusion right now when it comes to this topic, especially amongst Christians. Because a lot of Christians feel like it's okay to live in that lifestyle of same-sex attraction. A lot of Christians feel like that's okay. And I feel like there's a lot of confusion, and there needs to be more clarity that, yo, that is a sinful lifestyle. And it is what it is. That doesn't mean that we hate anybody. It doesn't mean that we can't have love for that person. But, yo, that's a sinful lifestyle. It is what it is. You know, and I understand he's playing a movie, and, you know, the Roman Empire, like I said, they was into that baby oil and all. They was into it. But at the same time, it's like, bruh, it's hard for me to not rock with Denzel. I'm trying to tell you. You remember this? This was a really cool thing that he said at Dillard University 2015 commencement address. He said something that people are still talking about to this day. I want to play this just as a reminder, because I just think it's really cool.
I'm going to tell about 2-3 stories. I'm going to keep it real short. I remember my graduation, speaker got up there, went on forever, blah, 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 blah. So I'm going to keep it short. Number 1, put God first. Put God first in everything you do. Everything that you think you see in me, everything that I've accomplished, everything that you think I have, and I have a few things, everything that I have is by the grace of God. Understand that. It's a gift. 40 years ago, March 27th, 1975, it was 40 years ago, just this past March, I was flunking out of college. I had a 1.7 grade point average. I hope none of you can relate. I had a 1.7 grade point average. I was sitting in my mother's beauty shop. They still call it beauty shops now? What they call it now? Yeah, I was sitting in the beauty parlor. I was sitting in my mother's beauty parlor, and I'm looking in the mirror, and I see behind me this woman under the dryer. And every time she looked up, every time I looked up, she was looking at me, just looking me in the eye. And I didn't know who she was. And I said, she said, somebody give me a pen, give me a pencil. I have a prophecy. March 27, 1975. She said, boy, you are going to travel the world and speak to millions of people. Now, mind you, I was flunked out of college. I'm thinking about joining the army. I didn't know what I was going to do. And she's telling me I'm going to travel the world and speak to millions of people. Well, I have traveled the world. And I have spoke to millions of people. But that's not the most important thing, the success that I had. The most important thing is that what she taught me and what she told me that day has stayed with me since. I've been protected. I've been directed. I've been corrected. I've kept God in my life, and it's kept me humble. I didn't always stick with him, but he always stuck with me. So stick with him in everything you do. If you think you want to do what you think I've done, then do what I've done and stick with God. Number 2.
Wow. Powerful. And here's the thing, bro. Let's just keep it real. I'm still trying to wrap my head around how to feel about this whole situation. But let's just keep it real. As Christians, there are sins that we tend to highlight more than others. For example, you look at this whole controversy with him kissing a dude on the set of Gladiator 2, right? You look at that, and me, I'll put it on me. Me as a Christian, I seen that, and instantly I felt some type of way about Denzel, like he had been compromised, right? Instantly. But then also, you look at a film like Training Day, for example. Denzel's also doing a lot of sinful stuff in Training Day that did make it into the movie, but I don't have a problem with it because it's Training Day. But I have a problem with this situation, right? So I can recognize my own hypocrisy. I can. But I think the issue that I have is like, I don't even know how to articulate it, man. I'm struggling. I'm struggling to comprehend. I'm struggling, bro. Cause it's like, dog, it seems so genuine. His faith definitely seems genuine, but I don't know. Maybe I need to stop overthinking it. Maybe we all need to stop overthinking it. Maybe we just need to focus on our own relationship with God. How about that? Maybe we just need to do that. I don't know. This was interesting also. This came out, I think yesterday. It said Denzel Washington is nearly 10 years sober. Drug, alcohol use led to quote unquote a lot of damage, unquote. So he recently just shared this in an interview that he did promoting the new film. He said that it says that the two-time Oscar winner will hit a major milestone in his sobriety journey, 10 years alcohol and drug free. The 69-year-old screen legend shared his upcoming anniversary in Esquire, recalling how, quote, I've done a lot of damage to the body with past alcohol and drug use. I stopped at 60. I haven't had a thimble's worth since, unquote. He said in a cover story published on Wednesday, things are opening up for me now, like being 70 is real. The Training Day and Gladiator 2 star talked about his sobriety and his struggles with it. In a 6-act account of the most impactful moments from his life, he recalls his pretty tame first trip on acid. Oh my goodness. During his childhood? Bro, Denzel was doing acid in his childhood? He recalls his pretty tame first trip on acid during his childhood and how he used alcohol to help him cope with losing the 2000 lead actor Oscar to Kevin Spacey. Washington was nominated for the Hurricane, and Spacey won for his work in American Beauty. So he was on acid. He was drinking. It said Washington felt at that time that he had to drink and was bitter about the loss, though he holds no ill will towards the since disgraced Spacey for taking home the Oscar after recalling his pity party and how he left it to his wife, Pauletta, to help carry out his Oscar voting duties. The Malcolm X star said, "Wine was my thing. Washington has often ordered 2 bottles of wine at a time from a liquor store on Sunset Boulevard. And my wife was saying, 'Why do you keep ordering just 2?' I said, 'Because if I order more, I'll drink more,' Washington said. So I kept it to 2 bottles, and I would drink them both over the course of the day." That's a lot of alcohol. 2 bottles of wine. Wow. It said earlier in the cover story, Washington detailed a childhood memory involving dope fiends from his New York neighborhood. "To be honest, this is where it started," he said, adding that he never got strung out on heroin, coke, and hard drugs. "I shot dope like they shot dope, but I never got strung out. And I never got strung out on liquor," he said. In 2012, Washington starred in Flight. That was a really good movie. That was a crazy movie. And I was thinking in that movie, I'm like, bro, you playing this role a little too well. But then again, I mean, he's one of the most talented actors on the face of this planet. But he did play that role really well as an alcoholic. Yeah. I'm conflicted with this story. I'm conflicted. I'm also conflicted a little bit with, there's that Michael Todd story that just came out with his new album that he put out. And everybody's tripping about the album and how they had the Cybertruck that rolled into the church and all that type of stuff. I'm conflicted with that as well. And I haven't actually really talked about that yet, but I'm planning on it. I'm going to, but I want to know what y'all think about Denzel. I want to know what y'all think about my opinions on it. Am I being too judgmental? Obviously, I know I'm a hypocrite. I get it. I know I'm a hypocrite. I look at some sins and I'm like, bro, that's crazy. Why are you promoting that? And then I look at other sins and it's like, oh, it's whatever. It's just acting. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me, bro. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm just being real. Like, this is not like a polished video. This is literally just thoughts just flowing out of my mouth. Like, I don't know what else to say. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Get in my comments, like this video. I'm out, y'all.